Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, so I wanted to go ahead and get everybody up to speed on where we're at with the house and everything else that's been going on the homestead. So I wanted to start with an update on the trees. This is actually our cherry tree behind us. If you remember a few months ago at the beginning, I think it was at the beginning of summer, maybe the mid-spring, I had gotten some fruit trees. 3 apple trees and 2 cherry trees. And they were bare root. Then I made a mistake of planting them wrong. With all the research that I had done, I had still managed to do it. So I had planted them way too deep. There's a line, and you're not supposed to cross that line, or supposedly they'll rot. I don't know. So I had given them a few days, and after planting them wrong, and then after just reading it and realizing that I had done that, I could take the chance, leave them, and see if they did it, or I could pull them up and replant them the correct way. So that's what I did, and we were just waiting, keeping everything hydrated, and just, watching everything to see how they did. And so this is what we've got. They actually did really well. I have one puny tree that a baby deer, I think it was a baby deer because it was just lower to the ground when they were munching on the green leaves, and it didn't break it or break any branches. So fortunately it's grown back, and it was saved, so that was good. Here's what they're looking like. So this one, we'll start by the one that the deer got, and it looks like it's a little dry. It's been super hot here, super hot and super dry. We've been trying to keep up with it, but we've been so busy lately. But we did get some rain, and I thought that was enough, but apparently the way that these are curling up, that we need to do better. So that was this one. This is an apple tree. Let's see. This one was the crisp. Let's see. The Honey Crisp. And I know I need to clip that off before the trunk gets any bigger, and I'll pay attention and do that soon. But that's what this one's looking like. That one's the one that the baby deer got to. Here is, let's see if I can find the tag for it. I can't. But anyway, look at how pretty it is. It is just kind of developed really well. Lots of green leaves on it. Everything looks good. Probably wouldn't hurt a little bit of extra water for it too. But no, it looks good. It's bloomed out, and it's really nice. And then this one over here, it's not as great, but it's still doing good. It actually had let's see, maybe a couple months ago, it had some blooms on it. This is the ambrosia. So it had some nice pretty flowers, and yeah, I was just really impressed. So those are looking really good. Here is the cherry trees. They also did really good. They're really tall. I'm going to have to read up on pruning to see if they need to be pruned, and if so, how to prune them. Here's the next one. It's looking really good too. It's not as tall as that one, first one, but it's still pretty tall and looking really good. Yep, it's probably these leaves here can be shed. Yeah, because they're just kind of falling right off as I touch them, so apparently so. All right. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way that those ended up turning out. Pretty good. Hopefully next spring, summer, we'll be able to add either some more cherry trees or peach trees. I think I'd like to do peach trees. And pear trees seem to do really good up here too. So I've seen a lot of pear trees. But that's the update on the fruit trees. Now let's switch to the house. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you a little update on what we had done. So went as far as we raised a few A's. Okay, so we took a break after the floor was done, and some things was happening, just, life in general. We just needed a break after the floor. So my husband had taken some time off for the home build, and we were at the point that where the floor was finished. So a little transition, and then we started on the A's. So we put them together. We just needed to see, once the floor was done, we wanted to go ahead and put those together and see just what we were working at. We were so excited to get started, and so we put some A's together. We built them, and then we raised them. The first A that we put up was just raised by my husband, me, and some of the older kiddos. We just really didn't know how it was going to go, so we just did the best we could. We got it up. It did take us a little bit of time just to figure out where to brace, how to brace, figure out how to move it up. This is all new to us too, so you can read and watch other people do it, and until you actually do it, you really don't know what to expect. So we did one. It went up fine. We felt really good about it. It was a little daunting. It was a little scary, but just because I didn't realize how big they were going to be until, they were standing. So we put one up. Friend offered to come over and help raise some more. So he came over, and then we got another one up. We actually moved the one that we had stood, which we put in the middle just to see size and to see if our braces were going to hold, to see how we needed to secure everything. So we put that one in the middle. We knew we were going to move it later on, but we just needed to get that first one up just so we knew all of our cuts were right, the angles, the braces, all that. So we put the first one up. Then a friend came over. We moved it to the end and then built another A, and he helped us raise that one. So after we got the first two A's done, we took a little time to adjust, and we needed to make sure that those were going to be perfect, that those were going to hold, those, all of our braces. We needed to figure out where and how and all the stuff that goes along with it. So we did that, did a lot of figuring. And so a few mistakes. We had, Bob was cutting the braces, and then one day we made a bunch of patterns and cut a bunch of braces that went in between the A's. Well, they ended up, I think he had to work, and then we came back out to work on it another day, and we realized that it was off by like an inch, maybe 2 inches. I really don't remember, but it was off enough to really, put a damper on your day. So, and he cut a lot. Yes, a lot. I was trying to remember the number, but it was a lot. It was a significant amount, and we had just, had sat and he had spent the whole day cutting out these braces, and they were wrong. So it was a little discouraging, but, we usually, everything happens for a reason, and we understand that. We try to take everything, just one day at a time, one cut at a time, and just, just life happens. So that happened. We took a few more days off just to kind of regroup because, it was a little bit discouraging. Well, after that, we had refigured and got everything ready to go at it again. And a friend had recommended us to a builder, another contractor in the area that had just come back off of a big job. And he had said that he may have time to come over and give us a hand with that. So we had him come over, and he looked at the job. And in between this, we had some quotes from some other people just so that we knew how much it would cost if we wanted them to go ahead and raise all the A's for us and put the sheeting up. Given I am, if you can see, I am still carrying baby. I'm actually due in 2 days. So, yeah, I'm getting a little big to be, moving around, and I'm not as helpful as I could be. So we thought, well, with all that going on, we would really like to just, get it done. So we wanted to see if that number was 2,000 or 12,000 or where it was. So we needed to get some quotes from some people. So we got two, and then the friend came over, the friend of the friend came over and quoted us, and we hired him right away because he was just super experienced, and he had the perfect price and everything fit into our budget just perfectly, and we just believe it was the Lord's will, and so we don't feel bad. It's not we didn't we got to watch it all. We got to be still part of it and learn a lot from him. He allowed us to. We just gleaned from the information that he had. So he had a crew, and they came a few days here and there, and they really they worked hard. Within 3 to 5 days, they had the entire project done. All the A's. It was so neat because we were building them on the ground, on the floor, and raising them, which was extremely difficult. But they brought scaffolding. They had a scissor lift, and he was actually up top putting them together in the sky, and up on the thing, and it was good to watch and to know that they were done right. Not that we wouldn't do them right to begin with, but having that extra comfort, it's nice. So he did it all, looked at our foundation, looked at the floor, everything was good, used our patterns on the first 2 A's, they were good. So finished it out, and it looks great. It is massive. Let me turn around and show you. This thing is huge. So that is what they left up there so that we could use it as we put the paper on. And that's just what their foot holds to where they were going to be as they were up and down putting the sheeting on. And then here, back far enough, but still got lots of scrap wood and stuff laying around, but that is huge. Much bigger than what I was expecting it to be. The kids, they have just been in awe. We still have to build the end walls, which is coming up soon, but we also have someone coming to do to put the tin on. So they'll be here within a week or so to do that. Because if you can see, that pitch is massive. It's just, yeah, it's up there. So we hired that out also. And so there's the full loft. And then they've put an extra brace at the top. We'll have an extra little loft up there, which the kids are super excited about. They're just planning all kinds of cool stuff for up there. And yeah, so this is it. We've got it 4 foot. It's not. This sheeting on the front is just here for easy in and out. But this here, the little 4 foot, will be our deck, our little small porch. And then we'll also, the back side's going to have a back door and some steps coming off of it. And we'll have steps coming off here in the front. This is it. This is our home. This is our A-frame. And I think it's beautiful. I love it. I love the view when we stand up on the front porch. The girls, their room, we've decided will be at the front on the second story. So they're going to also have a balcony coming out of their room, which they're super excited about. But it's coming along. If they get it, which they will, he's going to be here in a few days to do the house wrap. So we've got some rain coming in. It actually showered a little bit on us a couple days ago, but everything dried out really nicely. And he's going to paper it and then he's got to squeeze us in between some jobs and then get it tinned for us. Everything's on site. It's all here, so just needs to go up before the snow comes. So that is it. That's our update on fruit trees and the house, just how everything's coming along in general. And so hopefully I'll give you an update in a few, not a few days, but a few weeks, maybe a few days on the baby though. We'll see how that goes. I am, like I said, I'm due on Sunday, and this is Friday. I'm due on the 18th. I usually go over with all my babies, but we'll see. I don't know, you never know. Each pregnancy is different, each labor is different, and we will just have to wait and see where we're at with this. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will catch you on the next one.